Tonight, I wear a truly awful pair of glasses. I'm not a farmer, even though my glasses would suggest that I am. I steal a tour. There's a guided tour going on just over my shoulder there, right? I wonder if I can jump in and see if anybody would notice. And I give Brewdog a piece of my mind. So get that round, you Brewdog, you frauds. Good morning. The time is now 5:43 AM and I've got 4 days off. So this weekend we're going to see how you can travel all the way around Europe using only Ryanair. This morning I'm flying to Dublin. This flight only cost me £32.03 and we're going to fly there. I've got the Guinness factory booked and basically across this whole weekend we're going to do something in each city that we're in. I'm not going to tell you where the other destinations are until we get there, so I'm going to keep that top secret for just now, but I can tell you right now that we're going to Dublin today and we're going to explore that. It's the coronation weekend, so I thought I'd like to get away for that and just escape it basically. So anyways, let's head to the terminal, get through security and get on this plane and go and explore Dublin.
You want some of this? You're gonna backwash it? You know you've got your own.
1 hour later.
Right, and we've landed in Dublin. I think that's got to be the harshest Ryanair landing I've ever experienced in my entire life. I know it's like a big meme on the internet. Definitely nobody was clapping when we landed there anyway. Just about broke my spine. Now I found out we get the bus from Dublin Airport into Dublin. It's only like €8 or something. It takes like half an hour to get there. It's not actually too long. So we're going to jump on that bus now and then we're probably going to find something for breakfast. I'm absolutely starving. I've not ate this morning. Had a wee nap on the plane. That's sorting me right out and I'm ready to go today. Let's go tackle this. Right, so off the bus now, go off at Temple Bar, gonna have a roam about here. First things first, get something to eat. I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. Right, so scrambled eggs on toast scrand, that was €7.90. So, plan for today is, I've got the Guinness factory booked at 2 PM, it is now about 10:30. So I'm going to do some sightseeing, you know, just roam about, see what it's like till roughly then go see the Guinness factory. I also want to get the Emigration Museum in as well, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'll need to see what happens. I'll need to play that by ear, but we'll see what happens anyway. That's got to be the fanciest looking spa I've ever seen in my life. It's like black and gold and absolutely massive. Different levels to spas in Ireland. Now inside the courtyard of Dublin Castle, it's €12 to get in. I don't think we're going to have time to go and have a look today, unfortunately, because that would probably take us up to the Guinness factory tour. But it's nice to see it from the outside, and very beautiful building. A lot of history surrounding it, probably about 1,000 years worth apparently according to the signs. Aye, so apparently the Irish Crown Jewels were stolen in 1907 and the Dublin Metropolitan Police were going to offer a £1,000 reward for anybody who could find them. Now I might have some spare time after the Guinness factory, so I could have a look and see if I can try and find them. Hope with the current rate of inflation, obviously it's been 116 years since that offer for a reward was put up. I hope that the £1,000 is going to be a lot more than that, especially if I do find them. Got to get in line with the rate of inflation like. I've had a brilliant idea. There's a guided tour going on just over my shoulder there, right? I wonder if I can jump in and see if anybody would notice.
Built in the year 1814, replaced stone gets very black. The aperture here, the first one you see, the keys, that's St. Peter, the keys of heaven. And then around the corner from here, Holy Court. The London exists. It's where ships.
Oh well, that was good. I managed to get a bit of information there for absolute hee-haw. Didn't want to film too much because I didn't want to draw attention to myself and then, you know, obviously make the guy rumble me, but enjoyed that for a solid 15 minutes before I managed to sneak away without drawing attention. I feel like I'm going to need to address the elephant in the room here. In case you're wondering why I'm wearing super dry glasses instead of my usual Ray-Bans, it's because I'm not a farmer or anything like that, don't worry. Or, as they would say on Irish TikTok, a culture. I had a horrific accident after East Kilbride and I went on one of the rides and then slipped off it, fell and smashed my face off the ground, smashing my glasses and breaking my nose. So yeah, they're no longer with us. So these are going to have to do for just now because they're my old ones. Thought I better clear that up before you start ripping me in the comments. But you know what, just rip me anyway, just drop it down below, just send the abuse. And that is St Patrick's Cathedral. What a big beautiful building that is indeed. Some size like, very well kept. Right, so that's a wee bit of exploring done. Now I'm going to head up to the Guinness factory and I'm going to have the best pint of Guinness I've had in my life. Because according to Darren, it doesn't travel well. Isn't that right, Darren? Must be getting close, it certainly smells like a brewery up here.
Oh, this place smells like a brewery, not a nice one.
Yeah, I think we're at the right bit now. What on earth is going on up here? That was very, very impressive. I doubt I'd be fit enough to do that, especially after a couple of pints of Guinness anyway. And here is the least signed by Arthur Guinness. For a pretty short period of time to produce Guinness, just 9,000 years. I'm absolutely clueless about the kind of stuff, I don't even know what that is there. I'm not a farmer, even though my glasses would suggest that I am. Unfortunately I'm not. Apparently it's barley, and apparently 100,000 tonnes of Irish grown barley is used every year to make Guinness, which is good business for the super dry wearers. I'm not going to try and convince you that I've got any idea what hops is, or even attempt. I've literally no idea. Apparently all that water cascading behind me comes from the Wicklow Mountains, and apparently 8 million litres are used a day. That's a hell of a lot of Guinness like. Now we do know what the yeast is obviously, and supposedly each bit of yeast is transferred from one brew to the next, and in that safe down there is supposedly Arthur Guinness's backup supply of yeast in case he ran out, so that the stock could be replenished in just a few hours.
Not only that, but he soon decided to stop brewing everything anymore.
Say there a bit about Arthur Guinness. Don't worry, I'll be sharing a toast to Arthur Guinness later on when I get my pint. 232 degrees, that's almost Germanically accurate like. And so there you go, if you want to make Guinness at home, there's all the steps you need. That's how you do it if you want to give it a try at home. I highly doubt you're gonna, you probably just go and buy it from the shop like every other. I actually feel like Jack and Victor in Still Game right now when they went to that whiskey distillery and they were just trying to get to the end so they could get the samples. That's what I feel like right now.
Reason in the world.
So they taste and try it in the factory every day at 10 AM. I suppose that's only fair because you've got to wait till 10 AM to go and buy it from the shop anyway. Aye, so Brewhouse 4 at St James's Gate is one of the most environmentally sustainable brewhouses in the world. So get that round you brew dog, you frauds. So they bought their first diesel engine and then they decided to call it number 25. Because that makes sense. Shame Ryanair wasn't invented in the 1980s, they could have just got a flight for about 20 quid and it would have been there in an hour. I think I'm currently on the escalator to the main event now. Let's go.
The White Room, my name is Siobhan and I'll be your guide for this part of the tour. Here on my left is a malted barley pod. This is a source of sweetness of the Guinness, and that's a biscuity Maltese or cereal aroma. Next door to it is the beer.
I thought it was meant to be a pint.
As you take your generous mouthful, you may notice that on the tip of your tongue there's a subtle sweetness from the malted barley. There's a richness in the middle and side of your tongue from the roasted barley and in the back of your tongue. Okay, folks, before I let you go, may I say thank you very much.
Okay, so it turns out that's not the end of the tour, and there's still more to go, thankfully. Surely can't they just send us on our way with like a baby Guinness size version of Guinness. Guinness adopted that image of the harp before the government of Ireland did. So basically when the Irish Free State was created, the Irish government used the harp, but to avoid a trademark issue had to use a mirror image of the Guinness logo. Here's one for you. Ever seen a fish on a bicycle before? Well, you have now. Aye, the full pint evidently. I think the time is finally here, and I think I'm right this time as well. Fingers crossed. Oh wow, I was not expecting this view anyway. Right, so I've waited for it to settle obviously. So here's to Arthur Guinness. Brilliant. Beautiful. You're right, Darren, it doesn't travel well. It tastes a lot better over here than back home anyway. Right, so that was absolutely brilliant. The pint was fantastic at the end as well. Definitely the best pint of Guinness I've ever had in my life. Now it's time to head to the Emigration Museum, so I need to jump on a bus now and get there. And there it is there. Ticket acquired, €21. Hope it's worth it for that price. So I've been given a passport for the whole exhibition and all 20 rooms, and I need to stamp it in every single room so I can complete my passport. It's a nice touch. I'd love to complete my actual passport as well, get it all filled up with stamps. It's mental to think the amount of people that left during the famine. Apparently 1.5 million people left during the famine to go to America. I knew it was a lot, but I didn't realise it was that much. And considering Ireland only has a population of like 4.5 million now, that number just absolutely baffles me. And they were saying there before about obviously getting the boats, all the convicts got the boats to Australia and stuff like that, and how many people died on the boats before they even reached Australia and New Zealand and bits like that. Crazy.
International financial support for Ireland. The outcome here, I believe, is the very best.
One thing this museum makes you realise, and obviously kind of half knew before, Ireland hasn't had a great time for the last 1,000 years. Like, you know, they've been caught between conflicts and wars, and obviously the famine and the British invasion and stuff like that. It's really not a good time for the last 1,000 years. I can see why so many folk left, to be honest. I don't blame them all for emigrating, like.
Are on our founding document. Irish blood was spilled on our battlefields. Irish sweat built our great cities. Our spirit is eternally refreshed by Irish story and Irish song.
I didn't realise how many world leaders had Irish heritage. It's like most American presidents and like prime ministers of Australia, they've all got Irish heritage. Do you believe Barack Obama had a grandparent that was from Ireland? I didn't know that. One thing I also didn't realise is how many musicians have Irish heritage. Obviously I knew like the Gallagher brothers out of Oasis, obviously I knew about them and they had Irish parents. But Rihanna, I didn't know her dad was part Irish. It's mental. Morrissey from The Smiths, didn't know that either. A lot of them I didn't know. Kurt Cobain being another big one I didn't know as well. Honestly, The Irish managed to get everywhere, like, didn't they? Right, so that was the Emigration Museum, and it was definitely a big eye-opener. I didn't realise how far the Irish actually got across the world. It's absolutely crazy, every single corner of the earth, and how many politicians and musicians and everything have got Irish heritage. I mean, I know there's some in my family somewhere, and there probably is in yours as well. But it's absolutely unfathomable how far it's got. Anyway, now's about tea time, but I'm going to go check in for the hostel for tonight. Now, the hostel for tonight is the Jacob's Inn Hostel. And the reason I picked it was because it's got curtains that go across the beds, and it looks like similar to those kind of pod hostel kind of things. So I quite like them, you know, a bit more privacy and stuff like that. It was £85, which I think is absolute daylight robbery for a hostel. I don't think a hostel should be that expensive, like, but hey ho, we're going to head there and see what it's like. What I'll probably do is I'll probably make this one video, and then I'll make the next video a different part, so you can enjoy that separately. And you can see tomorrow where our next destination is. You know what to do, like, comment and subscribe. Want to follow me on Instagram, @ReadyMove. And the next destination we're going to tomorrow is... Right, so I know I've added this bit on at the end as well, but I'm going to give you a hostel tour just because the whole dorm is empty, so I may as well. So I'm pod number 1 up here. I've not actually even looked at it for myself, but it's a bit awkward to get the ladder, but I'm sure we'll manage. How did I lie on? That's quite cool actually. As you can see, you've got the bed, pillows, bedding and everything. That's my hoodie, don't worry. Wee shelf here, USB sockets for charging the phone, wee rail in here as well. You also got your own locker down here, program your own code as well. And bathroom through here looks really nice. Looks absolutely immaculate as well. But yeah, I was quite impressed with this hostel, but I imagine I probably should be for the price that it was. If you're watching this video, then it'll be going up at 6 PM on Friday, so you know what to do to make sure you don't miss part 2 of this little series that I'm doing. Just subscribe and it'll be up the following Friday at 6 PM. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, see you in the next one. Or, as I've learned from TikTok, which is good for the soup, good. But definitely, I don't see any clapping. Aye, so see, Brewhouse 4 at St James's Gate is one of the most environmentally sustainable. Ticket acquired, it was €21, so I hope it's worth it for that price. Nah, never mind, I messed that up. But anyway, best set to... If you're watching this video, then it'll be going up at 6 PM on a Friday, and make sure you